my people, welcome. Today is not one of your typical day. It's a very unusual day. Some people might say I'm not in such wonderful mood because I, Detective Porter, I have served a third of my life fighting crime in Jamaica against the parasites all over. I used to work in Clarendon, St. Elizabeth, and St. Andrew South. And throughout my life, you know, my experiences with both political parties, I might sound to some people as being biased, but some people who can think for themselves, especially the intelligent people, would know that what I am saying is the truth. The assault and the attack that I am seeing right now since 2010 by the Jamaica Labour Party and its government, led by the PMP, the JLP, LGBTQ plus government under the leadership of St. Andrew Holiness, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, has been hostile, attitude, relentless, inexcusable attack on the police force by the FLA guy named Shane Dallin, who's a confidant of your wife, Mrs. Juliet Holness, Dr. Orius Chang, former Minister Bobby Montague, the man that is accused of rape. Yeah, I don't care if you want to vex or anything, you understand? Dr. Orius Chang, Minister of Justice, the cop killer and supporter, Delroy Chuck, and Commissioner Major Anthony Anderson, who is a member of the JPU government. Yes, man, today is October 3rd, 2021, and the time is 7:40 p.m. Today is a different day. I'm in a somber mood right now because I am really, really upset at the government, this government, both political parties. And I have no tolerance of people who are telling me that my videos are too long. I am not here to spoon feed anybody, you understand? Because if you want to learn, you have to read the book in its completeness. You cannot just get the prefaces or the little excerpts and you think that you read it. You have to go through it and get all the materials that there so that you can educate yourself. But I know that Jamaican people, especially our police, they have short attention span, just like the ghetto people. And that's why the ones who are educated in the police force are able to manipulate those who are super illiterate. I have little respect for an imported police officer, which is Major Anthony Anderson. And the reason why is because he's not a trained police officer. But I have seen that he has done something in which I think that he's going in the right direction. But I notice his silence since his handlers have warned him. I want to let you guys know, when I say you guys, I am talking the Prime Minister. You understand? St. Andrew Holiness. Especially you, Mr. Prime Minister. I am telling you this. Yes, I am Detective Porter. I used to work at Huntsville. Not because you're the leader of the country and you have all the powers and all the things that you can move and make things happen. But sometimes it's good to listen to the little man on the street. You understand? I have known several people in your constituency before I became a police officer. I can tell you like three: Billy Blacks, Josie Whale, and some others. Josie Whale, very, very good man, honest, decent. People have said a lot of things about him, which is not true. Because I have never seen that man with a gun before I was a police officer, or that man ever involved in it. Anyway, sorry for the digression. But I wanted to know that what happened in Haiti earlier this year with the president can and will happen with you in Jamaica, with you guys in Parliament, because you have an agency that has been hostile, attacking the members of the security force, especially our police officers, past and present, and putting their life at risk. St. Andrew Holness, you are the Prime Minister of Jamaica, and if you don't keep your man on the board at FLA to respect the police officers who have served and who had served in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, when that time arrive, when that time arrive, and these guys load up some cars and invade the Jamaican Parliament with their rifles and guns and grenades, do you think men from Tivoli Gardens, Kingston, and the other JLP stronghold and other JLP LGBTQ plus gunmen are going to help you guys? When I say you guys, I mean all of you in Parliament. You think they're going to do it? It is going to be the police officers. And guess what? Based on the way they are being treated, the same police officers would be celebrated and not coming to all of you and to rescue you because you have been a thorn, stabbing them in their backs. And you guys are the worst enemies in Jamaica to them. And now your constituents turning against you and the other politicians who are the most corrupt, inept, most evil, anti-police government and political and members of parliaments since the 70s. And you guys are the worst since the 80s. Mr. Prime Minister, I want you to watch this video. Just watch it.
Have the people them bumbuckler down in them place, Can't go nowhere, can't live joy themselves, can't spend the little money with them, nah make. I want a blood clot feel like say a peace and safety. You see what going on in a St. Vincent? Me hear Bojo talking, and me agree with Bojo 110 blood clot percent in a big pussy. I'm tell you that, Because you see when this start, there's no turning back, Remember a time when you no sell out blood clot nanny, You no sell out nanny, as man, To make blood clot English soldier come take over Jamaica now and this we I get from it, Big pussy uno work with them big pussy people there, And I deal with black people like say we are not nobody around here, brother. Like say we are not no one, Like say we no mean no something to that country, brother. A big nose pussy hole here take people for idiot, I idiot them I take people for, And say when I run country, Una go run out of this blood clot, Cause head a go roll. Marcus Garvey don't talk. Head a go roll, brother. And we not itch, we're ready. Bojo, we're ready. Sizzler, we're ready. Capleton, we're ready. All I warrior and warriors.
Yes. Do you see what this man is saying? Do you think or believe his covert threats are empty promises? If you and the others think what he's saying is not what the people are thinking and would like to happen. Do you remember the May 2010 incursion when over 200 armed men in Jamaica went to Tivoli Gardens, Kingston, and joined forces with the men from Tivoli Gardens, Kingston against the state of Jamaica, and the country had to close for days? It was done by one man whom the gunmen respected more than the elected officials. Now look, if you think that what I'm saying is a joke, you would like people to take the vaccine. And guess what? They are not listening to you. They would rather to listen to an incarcerated, convicted murderer, Vibes Cartel. That goes to show you that you people do not have any influence over the Jamaican people anymore. It's people like Vibes Cartel, Christopher Dudus Coke, Zeeks, and all those people that Jamaican people look up to. Not you guys anymore, because you guys have lost it years ago. All credibility and trust. One man whom the gunmen respected more than the elected officials. That operation was a dry run. The real thing is in the making. And do you think that when it is going to happen, Uncle Sam, the United States of America government, is going to let you and the government know? Do you believe that? No, no. Because your government and the other politicians are all criminal supporters, beneficiaries and cuddlers of criminals. Furthermore, the only government in the world that persecutes law enforcement agency is your government that started it with your former Prime Minister Bruce Golding. Your government is the only government that has been persecuting law enforcement agency in Jamaica, thus giving the criminals the reign to kill people with impunity. Which goes to show that you guys have been doing the biddings of your political backers. And we know that it was drugs money that the Colombians gave to the drug dealers in Jamaica. That's how we got Prime Minister Bruce Golding. Yes, it is not too late to change course. The word from the wise is sufficient because you need the police to survive the onslaught when it comes. And it's not too far. Moreover, if you don't make sure that the police force and its members are a priority by making sure that the application for licensed firearms, that former and current police officers are exempted from the red tapes. These are people who have put their lives on the line to protect the Jamaican people's lives and property, and also your life, your wife's life, and children. Do you know why crime was under control in the 1980s? It was because the late Prime Minister Edward Seaga was a man that loved and respected and knew that if he treated the police officers with respect, his government would be successful. And investors would flood the country because they would feel safe and did not have to get any special form of protection during their stay in Jamaica. Do you hear or know how the Klansman gang operated when they are about to carry out their crimes, especially murders? Criminals are smart and they study the behavior of our security forces. Yes, people, today is different. Welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel, where an experienced ex-detective speaks to the Jamaica people and its young members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. I'm not doing this to make money or to advance any agenda, whether political or not. I am not doing this to make money. I am neither a laborite or socialist. I was born at Jonestown, Kingston 12, to two Jamaicans who believe in law and order, and I have followed the footsteps of a lot of my family members by treading the same road and became a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Unfortunately, I was the only one who joined and left the force at the same rank for 17 years, 3 months and 3 days, because I was not a thief, robber, or supported those who were indulging in crime while I was in the police force. Nevertheless, to help my fellow young, decent, ethical, hard-working police officers to leave the police force. Those who knew me, whether you work with me or not, know one thing about me is that I hate thieving police officers, and I will continue to beat the drum against them because these are the people who give the police force a bad name. It is beyond logic. I have known people who are and were done killers and drug dealers, and they are proud of what they used to do. I want you guys to look at these men. Can you identify them? Okay, that's that is George Powerman Pang, the gang leader of the Bibor Posse, based at the corner of Love Street and Price Street, close to the Jonestown Primary School, Kingston 12. He's not an angel. He's a known killer and a gunman from the 1970s. He is the holder of a licensed firearm. Yes, the current young leader, George Pang, who is the leader of the Bibor Posse, he is the holder of a licensed firearm. The FLA would never try to disarm him, although he is known to be involved in many killings in Jamaica, in Jonestown, Harnett Gardens, Kingston 12, and other parts of Jamaica. He is revered, celebrated, and emulated by the youths of Jonestown and Harnett Gardens, Kingston 12. What is George Pound's contribution to Jamaica? Wow. So let me tell you, his contribution to Jamaica is crimes, football, racial, and music. He had never served the people of Jamaica in a positive way. He has lots of big police officers, what I mean gazetted police officers who are in his corner and pocket. Also politicians in Jamaica are in his pocket. But yet still this man, who is a known gangster, he has a licensed firearm in Jamaica. Yes, you'll be wondering where I'm going. Just listen. Number two, let's look. That is Danai Williams. He is a known PNP LGBTQ plus party member who has his own militia army. It's a gang, but it's an army in Kingston Eastern Police Division, and he operates with impunity in that police area because he has the backing and supporters of both political parties. His gang is not any Boy Scout, it is a criminal outfit, and he is used to have the late George Flash and Tony Brown, Jamaica's most wanted men in the 1980s, driving in his vehicle in the company of a certain detective inspector and other Gazette police officers who are in his pocket. Danai Williams was convicted in the 1990s for defrauding the Jamaican taxpayers with an Operation Pride housing contract. However, on an appeal, he won the case because in Jamaica it is known as a PMP LGBTQ plus country, and PMP members do not go to prison, even the judge, because even the judges are PMP LGBTQ plus members too. Danai Williams is the holder of a licensed firearm in which he has multiple guns and ammunition at his disposal, and the FLA would never take away his gun or question him about his ties to criminality. No, I have to pause this video because I've been warned that the Jamaican people's attention span is very limited, and it is so sad. So I'll have to pause right here and then come part 2. Peace.